eating.
Okay,
Finish your muffins.
You know how we bred
muffins.
dogs
I meant muffins.
to have certain traits?
I don't want to talk about this.
No, don't worry. We should have bred them to not fart.
What'd I just say about no more food? And now you're
Just
fucking
finishing this
chewing your... Oh, you're just finishing this one. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Does this one fall under the category of no more? I'm sorry.
You're not my boss.
I'm sorry. Have you not been getting the checks that I've been sending for these podcasts?
Actually, I haven't.
That's probably because I'm not sending them.
Yeah, that would be that.
Because you're fired.
Are you doing the podcast now?
Yes.
You doing this now?
Yes.
Alright, come and get it.
Okay.
Come and get what?
I don't know what's happening. Joe
Guys,
has to do awkward alone.
Look, you know that I'm not as awkward as Alex is. Everyone knows this.
What?
And you know I'm a human. I drink water, eat things. It's confirmed. If you had a conspiracy theory page trying to prove that I was an alien, I think it'd be difficult to muster enough facts against me. Or, well, for that, but against me as a human. I think that would be a difficult case to make. You can beg to differ. Or differ to beg. But I think that I've been petitioning, guys, I have a secret I want to tell you. I've been petitioning against Alex to be allowed to eat food on the podcast. He doesn't like it.
Viva la revolution! Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because it sounds gross and no one likes it and I don't like it. But yeah, what about dogs?
We bred them to have certain traits like cuteness and shit.
Yeah, because that's
we
how we
should've-
do humans also.
Yeah, we should have bred them. That's an interesting concept. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
We should have bred them to not fart. Or only bred the ones with not bad smelly farts.
Well, then we couldn't tell. if
You could
it-
tell. You should take notes. There should be fucking doctors that take notes on this shit. And they're like, well, oh, sorry, your dog's farts smell like goddamn garbage. You can't have a new dog, baby.
I don't.
We neuter most of them anyway. We might as well be selective about it.
I mean, no.
What?
What? Who cares? It's just.
I mean,
farts.
like, if they're for, like, I think this is a horrible thing. We talked about this before, but if they're for human enjoyment anyway, like, their existence is for us to enjoy them.
Sure.
We should also mitigate their negative qualities.
All right, you're getting a little Hitler-esque.
I told you, I don't believe in pets. I don't have pets. I will never have pets because I don't believe in pets because that's
What
a
if,
horrible
like,
thing.
a girl is like, I really want a dog. Hi, I'm Joe's
look.
wife. I really
Yeah.
want a dog.
Yeah.
Practice, baby.
I'd be like, if the thing is, if, like, how much does it matter to her?
like a lot.
Do I really love her, or is this a make or break thing?
What?
Like, is it like months in our relationship, and I'm like, I could go?
I said your wife.
Oh yeah, my wife. Never mind. So then I'd be like, okay, but I'll be as
Is
humane
this
as
a
possible.
make or break thing?
Yeah, but I'll be like, I'll try to be as humane as possible.
What does
I'll
that
never
mean?
like I'll let it.
Shit in the house? You'll let it shit in the house?
I'll give it a toilet. I'll give it a toilet.
That's just potty trick. You have a pee-pee pad, is what it's called. And people do that, and you're no different than anyone else.
Yeah, okay, but I just give it everything it wants to.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like.
Dogs have it fucking sweet.
Hey,
You're like, they're
no.
slaves, basically.
They're not
no,
slaves.
they're not. I give my
Okay.
dog head scratches, and he's like, ooh, that's the good kush.
Yeah, sure, okay, fine. Maybe the thing is, like, it's hard to tell because we bred them to want what we give them.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you could just say that because if we could breed them to want getting stabbed, and then
We
get
couldn't.
stabbed, yeah, we could.
No one wants that. No one ever would have that.
People
genetic-
do. There are people that like getting like their skin punctured. Like that's a
I don't
sexual
want
thing.
to. Oh, no thanks.
I'm just saying.
Oh, no thanks. That's nuh-uh for me.
We could have found all those dogs and bred only
I'm
them.
just saying, like, what would you do differently than I do with my dog?
What?
What would you
I-
do differently?
I'd
than I
like
do
get
with-
them like meat instead of fucking kibble and shit.
What?
I'd get
That's
them real
bad
food.
for them.
Yeah, maybe. I'd like find a way to make like enjoyable food at least. You know what I
They
mean?
like it.
Yeah, as far as you ever think that they ever fill out a sheet and they're like 10 out of 10, best restaurant of my life,
I see
the
their
only
mouth-
restaurant of my life.
I see their mouth drooling. And I'm like,
Because it's the only sustenance they know.
they
That and the
eaten
cheese you
bacon.
fucking
they
throw
hate
at them.
Bacon.
What?
They hate bacon.
Maybe,
They like cheese.
Sure. Yeah, but like they get cheese every once in a while.
Yeah.
If you want cheese, you can just get it. You know what I mean? Like you, but an individual
Yeah, but like
human.
we have so many options that are like, nothing is healthy for us really, and it's way worse for them.
Yeah, because they're little tiny dogs. I'd try to get a big dog. Like, it's
Yeah.
the closest to, like, not fucked up as possible.
I want the tiniest dog. It's called
That
Chica
dog is
Palmer.
constantly in pain.
I
Have you ever
don't-
met Sam's dog?
No, shut
Sam's
up.
dog goes all the time because its head is too small for its brain.
No, it's so tiny and it's always got his tongue out. I love him.
That's your dog.
Yeah, he's my little lion, right, Louis? Yeah, he's right there. He wants to leave the room, but once I let him out, he's gonna be like, "Let me back in." Because he just wants the door open, but my mom's like, "Keep the door shut." So it's a constant paradox of who to please in the family and constant power struggles and who will I allow?
The dog
I
will
said
never
no
win.
eating.
What? I know. I had an idea.
I said no
I had
eating.
an idea. The thing is, like, you're like constant power struggles in that house. The dog isn't even a viable, like, power struggle.
I disagree.
The dog couldn't tell you what to eat and when to eat and when to shit and where to shit.
My dogs have the heart of my dad, who is the king of Westeros.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they rule.
Sure.
If they
The
have
next
heart
time
of the
someone
king-
tells you where to shit, okay? I'm just being real. The next time any human, any dog, like,
I
let alone
guarantee
a
you,
dog.
if you just took a shit in the middle of the house, people would be like, "Don't do that."
Yeah, but
use the bathroom.
I don't want to shit in the middle of the house.
No, you would have. If no one ever
I was-
taught you how to potty train yourself,
That's
you would
true.
shit in the middle
That's
of the
true.
house.
People in
you shit in your
Afghanistan
diapers.
shit in the- Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but now I don't want to.
Now
I don't like it
and now they
smelling.
don't want to shit in the house. But
No,
they're-
they do.
No, they don't. They're just like inside
Your
because
dog
they can't
took
open
a shit
the
on
door.
the couch one time and wiped his ass on the fucking cushion. I
When
was
was
there.
this?
Remember your dad was like, "What's that smell?" And there's a fucking shit stain on the goddamn couch.
That's because like no one's letting him out because we're like we're gone for the day.
Yeah, but what if no one let you take a shit?
I'd
for
be like, I
hours?
need to go to the bathroom. I'm peeing in a bush. But their bathroom is the bush, and their bush is the couch. So it's equal. Dude, everyone would look. Cats are dumb and bullshit. Why
Yeah?
would you own a cat? They don't love you. They don't ever love you back.
Cats don't want to roam free. I'm gonna take another position. Cats are less bad because they don't want to like run around and shit all day.
No, but they
So
want to
they're
be
fine.
able to walk around wherever they want.
Yeah,
like
the house
alley
is
cats
small.
are just as happy as house cats.
Yeah, because I agree.
They're
Like,
just
you
a little hungrier. That's the only difference.
See, the thing about fucking cats is cats get fat quickly. Like they
Yeah?
don't fuck around.
Yeah.
They're like, it's this. I could get dropped any second. I need to hibernate. I need to be able to hibernate on the spot.
I don't know what happened with raising Louie and Stella, my two dogs.
Yes.
But Louie is super buff and he's got like a chiseled
Probably
chest.
genetic. This is probably
Probably.
genetic.
And Stella's like a little tub and she's like, "What's up? I don't want to walk down the stairs because it's too much effort."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, Stella, what's going on?"
What's going on?
But we feed them the same amount of stuff. Nothing's different. Just Louie is like, "I go to the gym."
Yeah. I like to imagine when you're not home, Louie's like bench pressing.
That'd be so funny.
And
Bench pressing
fucking-
Stella.
Yeah, and like, or like that pen.
Yeah, quality programming content.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in psychology today.
No, you weren't.
And we started. Don't do this bit.
I love
And
this
we
bit.
were starting a new unit, and the essential question is, what is consciousness?
Yeah.
Stop wrinkling the plastic just to.
It's
wrinkle
a
the
series of
plastic.
electric synapses. Next question.
What?
It's a series of electric synapses. Next
That's
question.
what you define consciousness as?
Probably. I mean, as far as we know, like, there's no way you can't like say like it's something that thinks about itself because that's abstract and bullshit. So just any series of electric synapses that respond to the outward stimuli is consciousness. Like if
So
you,
a fish is conscious.
yes.
I wouldn't agree. Fish are dumb.
Well, that's
you
what
ever
we-
seen a fish?
Yeah,
You ever
okay.
looked in
They're
the eyes
dumb,
of
but
a
they're
fish?
conscious. Have you ever met a person
No,
in
I
a
think
wheelchair
they're-
just like like they have like the little thing, like the little joystick, and they walk like that,
Sure.
and they just roll around their whole life? Are they conscious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they got stuff going on in their brains.
Yeah. So do fucking fish.
Fish do not have anything going
Fish
on in their brains.
want to eat.
That's it.
Fish want to swim.
No, they don't.
Fish
They
want
just
to
are like,
procreate.
this is how it works.
Fish want to procreate. As far as we know, they want to swim because otherwise, why would they?
Because
especially
that's how to get
if-
to the food.
No, it's not. Because have you ever seen a fish in a tank by itself with nothing in it?
No.
It just fucking swims.
I have seen a fish who was blind.
How would you know?
And because it didn't swim.
Oh.
And it just,
yeah.
and it was like It just spun around. Just
I think that fish is
dead
dead. I
stare.
think that fish is dead.
No, but they knew it was alive because, like, when they dropped food in front of it, it'd be like, "Oh shit!"
It's like
And it would
feel
eat it.
around with its flippers.
No, it would like smell it or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it would eat the food, and then when it
You
died,
just hate fish.
yeah, fish are dumb.
I don't think that doesn't.
I
mean
don't
they're
feel
conscious,
bad
though.
for eating fish. I don't like cows. I feel a little bit bad because they're cows, and I watch Back of the Barn.
Dogs
Dog.
are smarter than cows, and you subjugate them.
Yeah, I don't eat dogs.
Yeah.
I don't kill dogs.
Pigs are pretty smart. Birds are pretty
Yeah,
smart.
pigs are pretty smart, and like I don't eat pork as much as I eat.
As much.
yeah.
I only enslave 3 or 4.
just as much as I need
Uh-huh.
for the farm work.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Man, whatever.
Wow,
It
racists
just
are
It just
good
in
at
the,
logic.
it just in the future, like
Yeah.
in 20 years, when we invent like dog talk or collars,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the one that the dogs are gonna be like, wow, what a fucking Martin Luther King that guy was. What a fucking Frederick Douglass.
I guarantee you, no, they fucking won't.
I mean, the thing is, I'll just be a casual. I'm not gonna be famous
You ever
for
seen?
fucking
You
dog
saw the
race.
Rick and Morty episode?
Yeah, where the dog becomes
where the
sentient.
dog becomes sentient, and then it's like, Morty, you were always nice to me,
Yeah.
and you gave me treats, and I love you.
And then he forces him, not forces him, but like prostitutes other women, humans.
Yeah, which is weird because we don't do that with our pets.
Some dogs do.
Do what?
Breeders.
I guess. Do you think he was breeding for? Oh, that's
He
messed
wants
up.
He wants humans that like him.
Oh, that's
like we did
messed
to
up.
dogs.
Oh, that's
it's
weird.
messed up when they do
well,
it
it's
to
not
humans.
messed up because Morty was happy.
Yeah.
And that was a
yeah,
sick
sure, but also like I don't know,
What do you mean?
because like the rest of humanity is being subject. It's like what if instead of white people having slaves, black people had slaves? It's not good now.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't feel that way about dogs, so it should be fine if dogs subjugated us.
Dogs are good and cool and good.
Uh-huh.
Look at him. Look at his face, Louis. Oh, you're so cute.
So
That's
cute.
how I feel about dogs.
There is a poop on his butt. That's poop.
Yeah, that's poop.
It is.
Yeah. Anyway.
He says, "Get out."
Oh, they're fighting.
Poop's gonna fly.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Go get her. Go get her.
He's like, "What do you want? You want to talk? I can roll my butt up against you."
Don't. Is the crazy thing about that. Bless you. So we found out a way to upload these podcasts.
Yeah. Also, motherfucker, you remember how I was like, I might end up accidentally taking 3 languages next year.
Yeah.
One of the classes I was gonna take got canceled, so I'm definitely taking at least 2 languages next year.
You're so dumb.
Oh, I'm taking Spanish 3 and Italian 3.
So
Italian
dumb.
honors at that.
You're so dumb.
Yeah.
Why would you
But the
do
thing
that?
is, like, apparently let's go down shit. That's not what I want to talk about right now. I want to talk about something.
No, let me talk about what I was going to talk about.
Oh, I didn't know you were saying. I didn't know you.
I said I started to say something and you interrupted me. And who are you,
I
Sam
don't
Sher?
listen.
Anyway, shout out to Sam Sher.
Shout out to Sam. Are you
Super
sure?
rude boy.
Sam for sure.
Anyway,
Sam 100%.
so we found out a way to upload these podcasts because for the past 7 weeks we haven't been uploading them. We've just
Just
been
past
recording
7 years.
them. Yeah. But we found a way to upload them, so we're gonna start doing that probably today.
But this will be like the 7th one we've uploaded. So you're like for you, it's like the 10th like 11th episode.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like they've been uploaded.
Yeah,
already.
but this is the past. This is May 8th,
So I want you to know that
2017.
when you're listening to this in August, it's being uploaded. This takes place in the early 2017, May 8th or whatever.
But my
Fuck.
question is,
It's May 8th. I
Yeah.
pulled that right out of my
I
ass.
said it 2 seconds ago.
Really?
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention.
How are we gonna name these episodes? Because I refuse to listen to them to figure out. Because the first 3 we named.
So we should hire somebody to name them.
Oh, we should
episodes,
hire
to
someone?
listen and name them.
Oh, that's gonna be the only person who listens. That's the one view.
But the thing is, they'll be like, listen to this dumb shit. And then someone else will be like, what? And then, you know when you smell something really bad? And
No.
you're like, smell this?
No,
Or like you
I'm
taste
not
a really bad
cruel.
food. Or like you ever eat a shit-flavored jelly bean.
No.
And I mean, I haven't, but people do.
Why would I be like, wow, that was an awful experience for me, friend?
Friend!
Feel the same.
Who are your friends that you don't do this to?
What?
Who are your friends for you to not also be like, I care about you, don't taste this shit-flavored jelly bean?
All of them?
All of them?
Yeah.
Look, listen, feel.
What? Funniest joke of the podcast, episode 29. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
boy.
Jesus. In health, which is what we're talking right now, we're learning CPR, and...
Did you have a pop quiz today?
Nope.
Ay.
I got 100 on one of them, but I know
Ay.
I got things wrong.
Yeah?
So I'm just gonna let it go. Whatever. But basically, one of the steps in CPR is to tap the person on the shoulder and go, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
And
both shoulders.
Yeah, and specifically in the examples, it's always, "Joe, are you okay?" It's wigging me out, man.
Do you know what you have to tap for
I'll
the
be like-
babies?
Yeah, the little
The feet.
yeah, the little feet.
You have to touch their feet because that's where they're like
The most sensitive.
they're most sensitive.
Yeah.
But what? What is that?
Yeah.
How?
But then, like, what'll happen is I'll be sitting in my health class, and then, like, there'll be, like, 8 people recite the thing, and then they'll be like, blah, blah, blah. Joe, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like...
And you're like, no! Thank you for asking!
Yeah. No one asked.
Ugh, especially Alex. He never asks.
Not once.
So, we have a class together, and I don't want to call out this teacher, but...
I think I did in an earlier episode, but
Did
that's
you?
fine.
Whatever, it's fine. She like uploaded 3
she.
assignments. It's fine. 3 assignments, and we clicked on them, and they all had spelling errors.
Wait.
And she's like an English teacher full time.
And, like, an old woman. But
yeah.
also...
But then we were doing something on the board, and I wrote it, and I was reading it out loud, and I wrote the words, no dialogue.
Yeah.
And she changed, I spelled
She spelled
dialogue
it correctly. She just erased the O.
Yeah.
Why? Why'd she do that?
Like, we've never had this problem before.
No, she might be going crazy.
Maybe.
Maybe she's got what our English teacher has.
Maybe.
She's got going that
I don't feel bad for calling
early
her out.
stage that.
Early stage that.
Uh-huh. Oh my
I
brother.
hope not. What if it's
Today, during English class,
I didn't
shout
have
out to
it
this
today.
teacher.
I
I know,
didn't
but
have it today.
it doesn't matter. You don't do anything like we always don't.
Yeah.
Today we're
Like we always don't.
today we're supposed to talk about chapter 6 in Great Gatsby, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't. We talked about chapter 5 of Great Gatsby, and
Yeah.
then talked about nothing the whole
Yep.
time, like we always do.
Yep.
And then at the end of the thing, she's like, "Oh my god, where did the period go?" I'm like, "You do
Down
this!
the drain.
You do
Went
this to
down
us!"
the drain. Is where it went.
I find myself oftentimes trying to bring us back to the topic, like
Yeah?
just like to get on with the fucking thing, because I read the book. God damn it!
That's your fault.
I know. The thing
Yeah.
is, like, other kids in our class didn't read the book, so they're like trying to pull her
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
and like not move on.
Yeah, that's
But then
what they want.
I
That's
know,
what-
but I'm like sitting there
Dude,
and I'm like,
don't-
I want to talk about why Jay Gatsby is Jay Gatsby instead of James. I forgot what his name was before he changed his name. But
James Gatz. James Gatz.
Yeah, James Gatz.
Sure.
That's dumb. Like, the thing is, if Scott Fitzgerald thought of this name, Jay Gatsby, and he was like, "Oh, that's a really good name. I'm gonna make a book about this guy named Jay Gatsby." And then he was like, "Oh, but I want him to change his name. How can I make that a little bit different?"
Yeah. Did she ask you about like we're talking about Great Gatsby now, if you've never seen it or
You never read
read
it.
it,
Yeah.
Google it or whatever.
Mhm.
You know
Read
the
it.
eyes above the Valley of Ashes?
Yeah.
We spent like 20 minutes analyzing what those are, and then like we got nowhere
Yeah.
because it's just the eyes of God. I raised my hand, I was like, it's the eyes of God, and she was like, okay, and then we moved on because everyone refused to say anything.
Yeah. 'Cause
So she danced around it, even though it was the easiest and we all
every
knew.
5 minutes, every time I bring up a question or something like about motifs or like the thing, and then she's like, "Oh my god, I was gonna try to get you guys to that part of the story, but you said it already, so we'll talk about that now." And I'm like, "Did you? Would you have? I don't think you would have, because if I don't raise my, because there are some days where I'm like, fuck everything, I don't care right now. I'm gonna draw on my computer, right? And then so I'll sit there and not do anything, and like today, we'll talk about flies and shit all day.
Yep.
Not even in the book.
Yep.
Just flies.
Yep. I haven't drawn on my computer in a while. I have this collection of doodles on my OneNote that are really
OneNote is an
bad.
app we
Yeah,
use for
OneNote-
school because our school gave us all computers.
And you're
It's a
supposed to like
portable
write on worksheets,
Yeah.
but you also have the ability to add tabs, and I just doodle on the tabs. So like I have a bunch of little puns. Like today I made a poet tree,
Yeah, he did.
a tree of poets, and they're all pretentious, and I hate poetry.
But we take a poetry class.
Yeah, but we take a class completely about poetry.
It's fine. It's good because no one enjoys it
Yeah.
except for like Maddie,
Yeah.
I think, and Nathaniel. No, Nathaniel hates it because he's like, I want to be the center of attention the whole
Cool.
time.
Glad we're just calling these people out,
They're not. No one watches this, and if they do, they need to know.
dude.
They need to know their character flaws.
You say that until they confront you about it.
Yeah, that's fine. I would love. The internet is great because you can go confront people about their problems and have no retaliation.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the internet's great. You can just cyberbully people all
It's
the
not
time.
cyberbullying. Cyberbullying
What
is
are you
something.
talking about?
Cyberbullying is something that people made up because they're weak.
Oh my god.
Something. Cyberbullying
Oh my
is like
God.
people that have never
Oh
had
my
problems
God.
before. Someone's like, I want to kill you, and you're like,
That's
really?
terrifying.
No, they don't want to kill you. Woo! No one's died from cyberbullying unless like it was an accident.
Oh my god.
No one. Even a single person has been physically harmed by cyberbullying.
These allegations are not supported by the Joe and Alex Podcast Inc.
I have to be the hard line.
Please don't monetize. Please don't demonetize
Our
our
video.
video if it's.
We get like
monetized.
4 cents, I think, for like every like 100 views.
Yeah. So we're not. We got like -8 cents. Jesus, dude, what's wrong with you?
I'm just saying. I'm putting my beliefs out there. I
No
wanna-
one readed them
I
out.
wanted to get John Tron assaulted after my claim. Like, you know when John Tron said all that really offensive shit? And everyone was like, John Tron! And then no one likes him anymore? I want to be that.
He's funny.
He is. Also, I don't disagree. Obviously, you can tell from my bullying opinion.
I don't know what he said.
He was like, I think that feminism and stuff like that, and like intersectional feminism
Sure.
specifically, has gone too far. Like, people, it's just new tribalism basically,
Sure.
and people are like offended by nothing and all that garbage.
Yeah, it's
But
a
then they were
belief.
like, "You're a funny guy. Don't make opinions." And
What?
Like, what do you think you are, Louis C.K.? Who do you think you are? Almost every comedian that does stuff about political stuff.
What? Yeah.
And except there's a serious conversation. It wasn't like he was making jokes. Like he was on a podcast with Sargon of Akkad, who's like I don't like Sargon of Akkad, but he's like a political YouTuber.
I just want to real quick define what this podcast is. We talk about school, books, movies, internet bullshit, and each other.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So if you're not interested, please bounce.
I think it should just be like, again, our only tag should be horrible podcast, and then we'll be looking
That'd be
for a
funny.
horrible
That'd
podcast.
be
They'll
funny.
find it, and everyone's happy. We
Yeah.
didn't lie to anybody. They found what they wanted.
Podcast of 55% of the time just laughing at each other's not funny bullshit.
Yes.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy too?
Oh, I don't because I want them to watch it.
It's
Also,
so
it's
good.
been 3 months since it came out for them.
Oh,
It's been
yeah.
a day for us.
Oh yeah.
Dating ourselves.
Mm. We watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2 recently, and we both really enjoyed it.
Best Marvel
But
movie ever.
I talked to someone who I really respect, movie-wise. Shout out to Zach Minion.
Oh.
And he said he liked it as a standalone movie, but he watched Guardians of the Galaxy 1 right before it,
Yeah.
and it wasn't as good, apparently. Which
Well,
I
we
don't...
wanted to watch it before we
Yeah,
watched
we
it.
wanted to watch
But then
Guardians
we
of
didn't
the
have time.
We didn't have time. And I don't know...
I don't
I'm
think
kind of
it
happy
is.
that we didn't, because
Oh.
what if we had that experience? Like,
Yeah,
I don't remember it being...
better. I don't remember
Better.
being that entertaining.
I remember being entertained, but, like,
I don't remember being
I don't
like,
remember
spectacular.
laughing.
Yeah, I don't remember being like, I don't remember the same experience.
Yeah, I don't know. But that was his opinion.
That was his Dark Lyrics.
Yeah, we should bring Zach Minion on the podcast. He would
Really?
do it. Yeah. We talk about movies all the time.
Yeah. Shout out to Zach Minion.
Shout out to Zach Minion, my boy.
We'll just do like every 5th episode is a movie episode, like the first, like the
Right.
second one.
Right.
And then we'll bring on Zach Minion and Kyle.
Right. And Kyle. I haven't talked to Kyle in months.
I've talked to
I
Kyle
just have no,
recently.
like, time.
Wait, I have a
He's
question.
in LA right now.
I have a question. Don't tell the audience. Are we not at the 5th episode where we were walking around? You don't
Yeah.
have to. Are we are?
Yeah, we're
It's
gonna.
a horrible episode.
I know. It's a horrible podcast. The Joe and Alex
Alex,
podcast.
horrible podcast.
Horrible podcast.
I think we should rebrand to the Joe and Alex Horrible Podcast.
Joe and Alex, a horrible podcast.
We're not a horrible podcast ourselves.
How are we going to brand this? The Joe and
Joe and
Alex
Alex-
podcast is the branding. We're not changing that.
The Joe and Alex.
The Joe and
Horrible
Alex podcast, a horrible podcast.
I just think it should
How
be
about
Joe
like
and
a
Alex
horrible time?
The Joe and Alex Horrible Podcast.
Hmm.
The thing is, we've already decided by the time you're listening to this, audience.
Yeah, and you know because you've seen the channel banner.
Mhm.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Or you just, like, stumbled upon this and you're like, that was me. When I searched horrible podcasts, I found this.
Why did I search horrible podcast? I knew this wasn't going to be a good time.
I wanted to kill myself. I needed something to motivate me, and you guys got me there. Thanks. And then we just...
Why do you keep doing visual jokes when we record this podcast?
I stood up on my chair and then jumped off the chair as if I had a rope around my neck.
If we ever like get on Tumblr, we're gonna get crucified.
That's why we don't get on Tumblr.
Dude, what if we have like a whole fandom of people who want us to make out?
That's just the YouTube.
What?
It's just YouTube.
What do you mean?
That's just YouTube.
No, but I want like fan art. Hey,
we don't
anyone
know what we
watching
look
this?
like.
That's a good point.
Also, we don't have a fan base. Don't pretend like we have a fan base.
Anyone watching this who's a good artist,
I'm a good artist.
shut up. I want fan art of me and Joe. Guess what you think we look like, and then assume.
Make an ass out of.
Oh wow, you're the funniest
Give me an
person
ass.
in the entire
Give
world.
me a good ass.
Don't give
Have a
Joe
good
a
ass.
flat butt.
Do the thing where, like, you know, they
Make
eat
it
a
matzah.
raptor?
Just draw matzah on a butt.
If you know what matzah is, shout out to the Ebrews out there. At the same time.
Because we know this isn't funny.
Oh, no, it's just good.
It's alright.
I did fan art of you one time. It's all up on your wall.
Yeah, Joe. I was playing the guitar,
And Joe drew fan
and
art.
Joe drew fan art of me. Don't refer to yourself in the third person.
Joe would never do that.
You son of a bitch.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about No Man's Sky.
Do we have to?
No. Next topic.
No Man's Sky is out on my desk right now because at I think 11 o'clock last night, I was like, I was in a haze of
I'm sure I was.
of allergy induced like, oh god, I can't feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what if I just sit here and play No Man's Sky and have like a chill time?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I put in No Man's Sky, a game I haven't played since it goddamn came out because it's garbage. And I turned it on and I jumped to a random like universe. And immediately I was like shot 1 billion times by 5,000 warships, and I ran out of resources and I crashed on a hostile planet with like heat and fire everywhere, and the Sentinels immediately came after me. And I was like, great, chill time, love it.
Love it. I
So I
want to
just
know what like
fucking died.
having allergies was like in like medieval times. Like you're some king and you're like, I can't fucking fall asleep because my nose is clogged. I don't know why. I have no reason to understand what's going on right now. Probably demons. Most
Why does
likely
this happen
demons.
every 5th moon?
Yeah. I'm gonna wake up everybody in the castle and we're all gonna play games because I can't sleep and video games don't exist yet.
Yep. Dude, playing chess with actual people sounds really fun.
You ever seen Harry Potter?
But like they actually kill each other.
Have you seriously seen Harry Potter?
Does that seriously happen in Harry
Rob,
Potter?
it's like a thing.
That's all the explanation you're gonna give
They
me?
play life-size chess, and then there are 3 pieces missing: the knight,
Okay.
the king, and the bishop. I think
Sure.
doesn't matter because they have this, there's 3 main characters. I don't know
Yeah.
if you realized.
I did.
And
Which
so they have
one's
to
the
step
knight
in.
and the king and the
They
bishop?
have to step, and then king is Harry,
Why?
the bishop is Hermione,
Sure.
and the knight is Ron.
Why is Ron a knight? He's a punk ass bitch.
But then he has to sacrifice himself and move so that they can win the
Does
game.
he die?
Yes, in the first Harry Potter movie, Ron.
I didn't know this was the first Harry Potter movie.
And he just
Joe.
gets hit really bad with a sword, and he's like got a gash.
Oh, that's funny. 11-year-olds with huge bleeding wounds.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Ha!
Pretty dark.
Yeah.
Something about the Harry Potter universe. I remember being little.
Yeah.
My mom would read them to me. My sister would read them to me.
Yeah.
And fuck, man. I remember reading them and being like, I don't know what's going on. But I wanted to tell my sister that I was confused because I was be humiliated. So I just be like, yeah, I understand what a basilisk is. I'm following this to
Right.
the end.
And
And
that was the
then
whole
I
story?
didn't like gain anything from those books. I never understood what was happening. I read them. I had them read to me, every single one. I read the last 2, so I know what happened to them.
Right.
But fuck if I know what happened in the first 5 Harry Potter books.
I had to explain.
Alex, I
like,
take my shirt off.
no.
It's
I
hot in here.
refuse to let you do that.
It's really hot in here.
No, it isn't. Not that hot. It will be once you take that. I don't know. I had to explain the plot of John Wick to someone today
Why would you?
because it's a good movie.
No, but let's just make them watch it then.
They wouldn't though. They were like, "Why would I watch something with Keanu Reeves in it?"
Why would
And
I
I was
have
like,
fun?
I was like, I know it's Keanu Reeves,
Yeah.
and no movie he's ever been in other than John Wick has been good. But
Sure.
trust me, John Wick is the best movie,
The best movie.
and
It's
I
not
think
the
I
best.
convinced him. But
Was it Zach Mignon?
yeah, it was
Zach Onion?
Zach. Minions
Zach, editor
from
of The Onion?
Zach, Despicable Me 3.
Whoa.
I want to see that movie.
I hate you.
Despicable Me.
Have I ever
3?
told you I don't like you?
Yes. Despicable Me 1 was a good movie.
Just still disagree.
It-
I agree
it
with
was.
that. I agree with that premise.
Yes.
That we're gonna
Despicable
build
Me
off of.
2 is Garbo.
Wow, what do
Despicable
you
Me
think
2
about the
is
Minions
a bad.
movie?
I didn't see it. I wouldn't know. Despicable Me 2
No one did.
is bad and not good, and I didn't like it because why was it like that? Anyway, Despicable Me 3 looks funny, and I want to watch it. And it's got 80s music in it, and I
doesn't.
want to watch
It
it.
has 90s rap.
No, it's got Michael Jackson. Oh yeah.
No, it doesn't. It has.
What? It has Who's Bad?
No, it has. No, it doesn't. It has,
Mhm.
In the trailer, it has the.
No.
What's the difference between you and me?
You saw a different trailer. You saw the second trailer. I'm talking about the first trailer.
Copyright warning.
No, Joe, no, stop.
It's just. What's the difference between you and me?
No, turn it off.
Eminem's not gonna sue
Joe,
us.
Eminem's
Eminem
gonna
doesn't
sue.
care.
Yes, what? What are you talking about, Joe? Turn off the. Joe, I'm gonna pause the podcast. I swear to God. I swear to God. Joe, stop it.
It's still going.
Yes, it's still going.
Oh.
But in the first trailer, there's a bad guy who's like,
Is his name
like
Drew?
an 80s. No,
Drew. Is Drew his name?
no, that's his brother.
Oh yeah.
But like the reason he gets fired and he has to go move in with his brother is because he fails on a mission to stop this bad guy who's
yeah,
dressed
yeah.
like the 80s and he's got a huge haircut.
And
He's
Who's
got
Bad is playing.
yeah, and he has bubble gum. Anyway, watch Despicable Me 3.
I'll watch it with you. I won't watch it without you. Cause like that movie's gonna be great if I can make fun of it the whole
Right.
time.
Right.
But if I'm just sitting there thinking by myself, like, wouldn't that be a good thing to say to Alex? You think like, what a horrible life you live if you can't watch a movie without talking the whole time.
I hate watching stuff with
agree.
you.
I
because-
hate watching stuff with me, but I'm stuck.
Yeah, I hate watching stuff with you because you constantly criticize. If I'm showing you something I like, you'll never like it. If we're seeing something for the first time, you'll be like, "That was amazing," and then a month later, you'll be like, "That was garbage." If you're showing me something that you like,
Critical.
it's so weird and stupid and Basketball Jones. And what?
Yeah. Basketball Jones isn't amazing. I just think that it was funny how like weird, like racist the music video was, and that's why I wanted to show it to you.
Sure.
Yeah.
You also thought it was a good song.
Well, it was catchy. I'm not like telling my favorite song, but like I was like the song. Like I remember listening to the song and like, this is good.
It isn't catchy.
I thought
It goes, ooh, those goons, and then
We don't like the same
that's
things.
over and over again.
We don't
Why are we friends?
like the same. I don't know.
This episode is going to be
It's
called
settled.
Alex and Joe Break Up.
It's called Alex and Joe Settle for Each Other. It's called We All Learn to Settle at one point or another. I remember meeting
And we settled at 16.
16.
Dude, that show was awesome. Who played- The girl who played Jade, not Jade, Jane? No, starting with a J. She worked at the sports center.
Oh, the blonde one.
No, that was the one who worked at the lemonade stand. I'm talking about.
Just check this glass.
Don't.
I can't break this down.
Who is it? It was a main character, and her name started with a J.
Jessica.
Jet.
Jet.
No. Jan. Jan, maybe. I don't know. But she also played
Jezebel.
Gwen from Total Drama Island.
Yeah.
And I didn't know when I was a kid that they were the same voice, but I was like, ooh, I love that voice as a kid. I was like,
You should
ooh.
find her and be like, ooh, I love your voice.
No, I
And
think
be
she's like
30? Yeah.
no,
Probably.
60 or something.
No way.
I'm pretty sure.
Dude, no.
I'm gonna Google
Look it up,
it.
yo, doggy.
I'm gonna Google it on our recording device.
Which happens to be an iPhone. Sometimes I listen to like YouTube and like the audio quality is garbage. I'm like, we record our podcast on an iPhone and it's better than this.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's going on?
How do you spell the show's
What?
Name it.
16 is this number 6 and then the word teen.
Yeah, well, why would I know that? So don't be condescending with me.
Fucking no next time.
Why wouldn't I just assume to put a
It
1 in front of
physically
the
pains
6?
me to describe things to you, and so when you force me to, I lose a little bit of myself.
It was Jen.
Jan.
It was Jen.
I said Jan.
How old is she?
Jan is
She's
named
45.
Yeah, wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
That was mean.
Yeah.
I felt
Also,
mean.
but still.
But like back when it was recorded, I guess she was probably like 30.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, she was in Resident Evil. What? I don't even know what this is.
Oh my god, yin yang yo, brother,
What? Dude,
brother.
Talking a normal voice. What is
Yin Yang Yo was a
What
TV
is-
show. I don't
what
think
is
it lasted
Yin
very
Yang Yo?
long, but it was pretty fucking gnarly.
Was it?
Yeah.
Do you remember the show where there were 3 aliens, but they looked like hot teens, and one of
What
them.
the fuck are you
Well,
talking
there were
about?
2 aliens who looked like hot teens, and then they had a robot who they disguised as a nerdy teen.
Live action?
No, a cartoon.
Okay.
Who they described as a nerdy fat teen with like no emotions. And he transformed into a giant robot, and then they got into that giant robot and they fought monsters. And it was awesome, and it was kick-ass, and the animation was really good,
I actually think I remember the video.
right? And
Their
it-
house was really white.
Yeah, and the color scheme was like blue and yellow.
Sure. Look it up, yeah.
I'm not gonna Google all of those things.
You should.
I'm not gonna Google.
You
all
Google
of those
that
things.
description.
I'm
Just
not
type
gonna-
that into Google.
I'm not gonna Google
Type
all
that
those
into
things.
Google and find out.
I'm not gonna
Type
I'm
that
not
into
gonna-
Google and find out. There was like the bad guys were the other aliens,
Yeah, I think
and they had
so.
like, and their color scheme was red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the new Disney XD show with the girl with the
Disney
magic
XD doesn't
wand.
exist anymore.
Are you, what?
Disney XD.
What
doesn't-
happened to it?
It's Disney now.
Really?
I don't know. It doesn't have that little.
So why
it doesn't
you-
have that- I'm thinking of Jet X.
Yeah, you're thinking of Gen X with the cool Iron Man show.
Yeah. Oh, the cool Iron Man
Oh, it was
show.
so good and
Where it was
cool.
Teen Iron Man or the
No,
one before
that-
that?
the one
Mandarin
before
one.
that. The
The one
Mandarin
that
one.
Mandarin was in like every episode.
Yeah, that one.
And he got
I'm
like
talking
drunk.
about-
I was remember watching that.
Did
Be
he?
like, yeah, I remember watching that because like those shows, like especially like the early Spider-Man show, they like were written by Stan
Oh,
Lee.
the early Spider-Man show
Yeah.
was awesome.
They were written
the
by
Venom
Stan Lee, so they
episode-
were like legit to the comics. Like
Yeah.
they were, because he wrote the comic and then he was like, I'll just redo that. And so they were just like verbatim what happened.
Yeah,
Like he went to fucking Vietnam in Iron Man.
right.
Jesus.
The Teen Iron Man show was also pretty cool. Totally
I remember,
not what
that
happened.
wasn't my thing though. That wasn't my
No.
brother's thing. It's his show. I don't
Yeah.
really watch that one.
I watched it casually. It was no one's thing really. in
Yeah.
my school, but Ben 10 was my
Is
thing.
it in my school? I meant in my family. I don't talk about Iron Man shows with my nerd
I
friends.
do. I didn't
When I
have
was really
friends,
bad.
so I couldn't.
Also, yeah, in Philadelphia, you don't talk about nerdy TV
Born and
shows.
raised.
Yeah, but like, I remember being a kid and being like, I don't watch nerdy TV shows. I only played frisbee and football. I'm not weird. Like that was like a real concern of mine.
Joe's leaning against an empty, like, actual glass, and I don't
I just
want. It's
shattered it.
mine. It's my glass, and I don't want him to be doing this. And there's no point in him doing this.
This
It
is
would
my
be
face-
more
my face is warm.
comfortable.
My face is warm and it's cold.
It'd be more comfortable for his hand to just be there.
No, because I don't want to get the oil of my hand on my cheek and then I get an acne.
So don't get it on my cup.
You're gonna clean your cup.
I've never cleaned my cup once in my life.
You put it. In
That's
the
my
dishwasher.
pee cup.
You put it in the dishwasher.
Dishwasher?
Yeah, the dishwasher.
Dishwasher?
Dishwasher.
I just lost the Lego piece I was playing with. That's
Yeah,
all
well, I
I'm
dropped a
playing
Lego piece in your trash can, so
Why?
as an accident.
with. Which one?
I don't know.
Joe!
Drop.
I
There's a
need
little-
those.
there's a little one.
No one's the most important.
I know. You
Does
don't,
it
play,
hurt
the, you
to
don't play the bass guitar for me enough.
I don't.
Do you play it live for our audience right
No, I don't, because I'm not good at it. Even though
now?
I've been doing it for 6 years.
No, yeah.
No, I haven't. Like 4.
Yeah, maybe.
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 Maybe, baby. I wanna...
Maybe, baby.
Oh, no, I didn't.
I don't want that, even. It looks gross and chewed up.
That was a lie. I made that up, but I still did drop it in your trash.
I was about to say, that's not even a small piece.
You know that when I was walking to your house before the podcast to get here, I almost got hit by a car, but I didn't.
We drove here together.
But I didn't. I just got narrowly
We
saved.
got in the same car.
Mhm.
We left the class. We left our classrooms, met in the hallway, walked to the car, got out of the car, and walked right here and pressed play.
I mean, the car drove here.
Car drove here. I forgot that part. So
But no.
when did you get it almost hit by a car? In the hallway
no,
before
when I was
I
walking.
walked out?
Yeah.
In the hallway of the school?
Yeah.
Before I walked out, there
Yeah.
was a car.
Yeah. Remember when you opened the door too quickly and you almost hit my teacher?
Yeah.
He was a car 3 seconds ago.
Ugh. What are you gonna do? I like that there's variety in this podcast
Wait a
because
minute.
like 2 minutes ago when we were talking about Spider-Man the TV show, we were like, oh shit, we were talking over each other, and right now we're just dude.
Do you think that like calling it out ruins the aesthetic though?
No, I think the aesthetic is this is a bad podcast. No
That's
one's
horrible.
listening.
Thank you very much. I think the word horrible is pretty great because it means it's able to inspire horror within you. You know what I mean? Like the definite
Is that what the
able to horror, horrible. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not a linguistic.
Like terrifying means it inspires terror.
I'm not a linguoid.
Linguoid. I'm not a linguoid.
I'm not a linguoid.
Linguoid sounds like a really bad alien race from Star Trek, Next Generation.
So I want to talk
Specifically.
about video games for a second.
No, you don't. We
We're
got
almost
5
done with this
minutes,
podcast. Yeah, I want to talk about video games.
Do we curse
specifically?
In this show.
Yeah,
Bitch shit motherfucker tits. They're just getting it out of there, so it's PG-13. I don't know if we use our fuck yet.
we did. We have. So now we just went over it, and now it's R. I want to talk about a specific video game, Shovel Knight. And I want to talk
Shovel
about
Knight.
how me and Joe just played it and finished it on co-op
So
together.
hard on co-op.
And Joe is the worst
Mm-hmm.
at most things.
Email us if you want us to do a Let's Play.
Yeah. What? He's the
Email
worst
us
at most things,
at
including keeping
Gregory
money
Jimmins.
that we both
at
share.
gmail.com.
That's not. I'm
It
not
is
going to log
Gregory
in. to that
Jimmins. I am
Gmail
logged
everything.
into it.
Me and Joe made a Gmail one for GregoryJimmins@gmail.com so we could email our friend
And
anonymously
harass her.
and harass her that we were a southern,
A handsome southern
a
suitor.
handsome southern suitor
Named Gregory
looking for her hand in marriage because we worked with her father at the plant.
Yes. You know, I was thinking.
And we went real specific about how we knew her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I used to be in an art class.
Shout out to Olivia.
Yeah, shout out to
Leon.
Olivia.
A Cuban lady.
A Cuban mistress.
Her Cuban missile.
A Cuban ICBM. Okay.
Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro herself.
Okay, but I used to be in an art class freshman and sophomore year that I don't do anymore because that teacher's bullshit.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Shout out to
Sometimes.
Mrs. Mason who thought my name is Michael all year. Both years. I wasn't. I corrected her every time. But
I never correct teachers on that.
I do. Because I have an ego. But I was like, I did this really cute drawing that I can't find in that class. It was a painting, actually. It was like a day at the plant, and it was a bunch of little dudes, like really tiny dudes walking
I
around
know.
on plants. Like in like hazmat suits and like
Yeah.
it was called a day at the plant, and they're like on a flower.
Oh, I
And
thought you were going to talk about a different...
What?
I thought you were going to talk about the story about how you were drawing like a bunch of people and she was like, make it colorful. And then you like were forced to add Spider-Man and...
Yeah, that was bullshit though. That was a different thing. That's why I stopped in that class. So basically, we had this assignment where we had to do whatever we wanted, which was
Yeah.
the first only time we ever did that in that class. That class was bullshit because some assignments would be draw a square verbatim,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
and then be like draw a triangle now. Like it would be like, how are we supposed to vary this up between students? Anyway, but like one of them. I had to do is literally whatever I wanted to do. So what I wanted to do was draw a bunch of people trying to climb out of pipes
Yeah.
and just like a cool thing like that, right? And then I did, and finished before everyone else because I was dedicated and I loved my work.
Yeah.
And I did it at home and I liked it, so I finished it before everyone else.
Sure.
And so she was like, "This isn't colorful enough because it's mostly skin tone."
Yeah.
Like so, it was just like, and it was like varying from like
Why
light
didn't you
tan to
color
brown.
the pipes?
I did; they were green.
Yeah.
But she wanted more colors.
Hmm.
So she told me I had to draw Spider-Man. Specifically. Specifically draw Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I said I laughed when she first said that because I thought that was a joke. But it wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
And so I got so mad I left the room.
Really?
Yes. I didn't like say to her, I hate you, and I left the room. I just was like, and then I walked out and went,
Yeah.
I'm going to the bathroom. You know what I mean? And then Big Joey, who's not me, but
Yeah. but bigger.
Actually, he's shorter than me, but just like more muscular.
Oh, right. So
Yeah.
bigger.
And he graduated last year. Shout out to Big Joey.
He's not listening.
He drew Spider-Man for me while I was gone on my paper.
I remember how mad this made you in the moment. You were so shitty for a week. You like had the art with you, and you were like, I want to die.
Yeah.
Because you were so proud of it.
Uh-huh.
Like you bragged about it at lunch, and then at the moment we walked into the lobby of the school after school, the smile was gone, and you had the same thing, and you were talking about the same thing, but in a completely different.
Yeah, because that was the take-home one,
Tone.
and I was like, I had it earlier in the day because I took it home and worked on it because I liked the project, and I was like, thank God we can do whatever we want now. I was wrong, motherfucker.
I don't even think that was such a bad idea.
What? And the thing is, it like
Spider-Man.
yeah, it just was out of place.
I guess. If you like drew other weird stuff.
I did eventually.
Yeah.
I drew Wolverine. And
Yeah, that's cool.
I drew a portrait of Big Joey.
Yeah?
He liked it. He thought it looked like him. I was like, thank you.
I'm not. We have 2 minutes in this podcast. I'm not letting Louis back in.
Yeah. But yeah. If you guys didn't know, I'm an artist. Learning new things about me every day. One time I peed in a cup for a guy.
Joe's an actual criminal. He's
It
aiding
didn't
and
matter.
abetting.
Okay, look. Let's talk about this story.
We have
Hopefully,
1
I get
minute.
arrested.
Whatever. Go.
We'll just go over time. like we fucking care.
Yeah, no one cares.
But my friend, I'm not gonna call him out. That like, cause he
Yeah,
could
don't
be,
do that.
He could be
Mm-mm.
implemented or whatever. That's the wrong word.
Mhm.
But he was getting drug tested
Yes.
and had done
For drugs.
and which he had done
Yes.
previously.
Recently.
Yeah, and
I
would
might
have,
add.
and like was definitely like going to this
get in
test
trouble.
high.
Yeah.
And so he's like, Joe, you done any drugs recently? And I don't do drugs.
And Joe's a baby boy, so
Yeah.
he was like, not recently, but you know,
but you know.
I have my days. Joe's never done drugs.
Mm-mm. It's not true.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we're continuing. But
He may or may not have.
done drugs. But we're going on to the next part of the story. And so he's like, can you be a bro? Can you be a brother? Can you be a hood flack?
And pee in this cup.
for me? And I was like, sure, hand me a cup, brother. And he's like, by the way, this is still in the art room. So he pulled a,
A dirty paint cup.
yeah, poured it out, and was like, pee in this. And I said, do you think it'll work? There's probably paint residue in this cup. And
He'll be like, I'll just say paint.
And he said, most definitely, my brother. And I said, no, he didn't. And then I said, okay. And proceeded to pee in the cup. And he came back the next day, and they said, there was like paint in your pee. So he failed.
Every
They
time.
thought he huffed paint chips.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Is
because
that a drugs?
it get you
like a-
high.
I guess.
But like, that's what
Every
he told
time
me.
you tell this story, there's a different reason for why it didn't work.
Yeah.
Like, originally it didn't work because the pee was warm. I mean, the pee was cold.
Mhm.
And why would the pee be cold?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
that's how we got found
That
out.
might have been actually it, but like you know when you like think about a story too much and it just changes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably
And then the
what it
second
is.
time you told it to me, this is like the fourth time. Second
Yeah.
time you told it to me, I think it was that like it was clearly not his pee because they
What?
had his pee before.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the third time was, but now it said there were paint chips in it. And I like to think that they listed all of these for him.
And now I'm pulling it
Yeah.
slowly.
And you're slowly revealing the full truth.
Yeah.
And like by the seventh time you tell me the story, the doctor's gonna be like, and also I'm your real father.
yeah. So, do you think that it's probably like the first story was the most real?
Yeah,
I
probably.
gotta be honest right now. I think I lied to you. Not on purpose. I thought I was telling the truth. But maybe
Well-
Alex's memory of the memories warped.
Memories.
The sea anemone.
See memory.
Okay, guys, I think it's the end of the podcast now.
I don't.
Let's come to a close. I think we need to talk about something today.
What do you need to talk
We
about?
need to talk about
Do you want to do an actual like close and like a next time on the Joe and Alex
next
podcast?
time in the Joe and Alex podcast. We'll talk about sperm whales.
What? No.
Bye.